Hello, I'm Dr. Vanita Rattan, and this video is dedicated to how to pop a pimple within 24 hours for skin of colour. So first I'm going to start off by telling you why it happens, then the mistakes that people make when they're trying to pop it, and then the options that you have. Now, one of the options I actually had to use last month because I had a wedding to go to and I had the world's biggest pimple on my face. So you'll see that in the thumbnail. I managed to get rid of it within 24 hours. So first of all, what is a pimple? A pimple is a pustule that happens on the skin due to clogging of the pore, and that's it. So it can feel quite uncomfortable on the skin because there's expansion taking place under the skin where the nerve endings are, and so the urge is to pop it. But the problem is so many things go wrong when you pop a pimple. Basically, you can push the bacteria further into the skin and cause more inflammation. You can actually damage the pore, and so you keep getting recurrent pustules in the same location. And also you can irritate the melanocytes and lead to hyperpigmentation. So there is the right way to pop a pimple and there is the wrong way when it comes to skin of color. Right, so this tends to happen during puberty and also on your monthly cycle, because basically when you have a change in hormone production, you are actually increasing the amount of sebum production from your sebaceous glands in your skin. And so that can clog the pore and lead to acne. We tend to have the most number of pores and sebaceous glands on our face, our chest, our upper back and our shoulders, and that's why you tend to see acne in those locations. Okay, so when it comes to a pimple, they can actually last anywhere between a few days to 6 weeks, and sometimes 6 weeks just isn't an option. So when the pimple, the two options of treatment are when the pimple is starting to form, then you can use option one. Option one is 20% salicylic acid in a gel form. And that's very high strength. It's actually a chemical peel that you're doing. And what I would do is on dry skin, put the salicylic acid onto a Q-tip and then directly onto the spot. I would leave it there for 3 to 5 minutes and then wash it off with cold water for 2 full minutes. It's essential that you do this because you need to neutralize that acid. It's a chemical peel, it's not a joke. So with 2 full minutes, very cold water to try and wash off that salicylic acid and to neutralize it. The next step is that you have to then apply a thick moisturizer with ceramides in it. The one that I love is CeraVe, because you need to replace the hydration in your skin and also improve that skin barrier. A lot of people afterwards will even wear an occlusive such as Vaseline on top to prevent any transepidermal water loss and to create that healing environment for that skin. So there's the key steps, and that's only when the pimple is forming, not once it's formed. By that point, you need to use option 2. So option number 2 is witch hazel. Now, witch hazel has tannins in it that act as a astringent, which basically dries out that pustule. It also acts as an anti-inflammatory, which is important. It's important also to make sure there's no alcohol or fragrance in it, and patch test it behind your ear to make sure you don't react before you put it on your face. So I applied this 4 to 6 times within a 24-hour period because I was desperate for the next day to have a clean skin. I literally had a massive pustule right there, which was great. So that worked and it was great. Literally fell off and no one knew the difference. There's a little bit of erythema behind, but it was fine, and is a much safer way to do it for skin of color rather than popping and causing more trauma. You want to cause the least amount of trauma in order to achieve the desired goal. So I hope you found today helpful. If there's any other acne related videos, please can you write it down below for me. And if there's any other products you want me to review for you, please also write it below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please can you do that? I give you weekly teaching. I'm now trying to up it to 2 to 3 times a week, specifically for skin of color, so that you make informed choices when you go shopping. Thank you very much.